My name is Shanti, and I'm here to talk to you about understanding androgyny for professional development. Androgyny can be defined as teaching to adults as opposed to pedagogy, which is teaching to children. We know that adults are very different than children, and we learn in different manners as expected. Malcolm Knowles' adult learning theory highlights 5 different concepts. The first being adults like to be in charge, especially educators. We've been in charge of our own classrooms, often as parents, our own lives, and beyond. So we tend to have the take charge personality. The second is our experience. It's a valuable resource. Every one of us has a different background and different knowledge to bring, and not one of them should be disregarded. Every single person that contributes can add to the learning. The third is that relevance is key. If we don't understand why we're here in the first place, we're not going to want to be there, and therefore we will be checked out. I have to know that it is relevant to what I am learning and how can I apply it into my classroom or my learning setting. Real life problems. Have I experienced something like this? Do I know someone that experienced something like this? Or would this be something possibly that I may experience in the near future? And finally, we have to understand that motivation for adults is internal. Whereas with students, it can be more external, and you need the support of a peer, a mentor, a counselor, a teacher. Often with adults, we don't need that. We've been driven for so long and self-motivated that we learn best by our own self-drive. When we talk about these for adults, we have to look about different learning styles. One of the best, let me rephrase. There are 5 different learning styles that might work best for adults. The first being starting strong with a hook. Second, connection before content. You have to know that there is a connection with the adult you are speaking with. Third, communicate your intent. If we don't know why we're here in the first place, we don't want to be there. Fourth, use a variety of instructional strategies. What works well for one may not work well for others. And fourth, end strong. Like you would with any essay or writing prompt or learning discussion, you want to end on a high note. So diving into those deep, starting strong, start with the hook, make a connection, make it relevant, add an intriguing question. How can it be useful to their day-to-day classroom settings? Get the context forefront for your learners to be able to understand why am I here in the first place. The second, make a connection. Make eye contact. Say hello. Ask how their day was. Ask what's going on in their classroom. Because if you don't make that connection, they're not going to want to be there in the first place. The third, engagement strategies. What works for children does not necessarily work for adults. Hand up, stand up, pair up does not always work for adults in the best way. You might incorporate collaboration with your peers, working on a group project, or even getting the opportunity to be exposed to the ideas of different teammates, different colleagues, those that you might not normally have the experience of communicating with. What are you experiencing in your classroom? How does this differ from mine? And how can we take the same learning strategies and apply them to our students? After that, you want to end strong. What did we just learn? Why is it relevant? How can I use this in my classroom? What are some key takeaways from today's professional development that I can use in my classroom today, tomorrow, or within the next week? The goals are to utilize the team to collaborate at the last ending of your professional development, giving participants the opportunity to apply what they were just taught and implement into their classroom within the next few days. Weeks at most. You want to be able to give them the opportunity to take that learning while it's fresh in their mind and use it in their day-to-day lives. Overall, in summary, you want to remember that adults are intrinsic. They are self-motivated. What they are learning has to be relevant. You want to build on their previous experiences because every educator comes with their own background and background knowledge, each of which is relevant and current and can support one another. You want to allow them to collaborate, and you definitely want to allow them time to apply those given strategies within their own classroom. I hope you appreciate my conversation and can take this to your own classroom or professional development in the future.